One of the first stories that comes to mind is years ago when we first joined Wycliffe and were first raising support. And we were going around to different churches speaking and showing a PowerPoint presentation about what our work was all about. And we were using, what were we using?
The CDs. We were using, back then we had little floppy disks and CDs.
This is showing our age. And it was always often a disaster, some technological disaster. The CDs wouldn't work or whatever it be. And we sat down one night and said, oh, this is so frustrating. What we really need is a laptop. We can just take it to the churches and different presentations that we were doing. We can just take the laptop with us.
That way we knew we had the right version of PowerPoint that actually worked on that computer and everything, so it wasn't reformatting itself in the process of doing it.
Yeah. So we sat down and we were just despairing, how are we gonna get this laptop that we need? And it suddenly occurred to us, oh, maybe we should pray about it. And so we did. We were there sitting on our lounge room floor and we just sat down and prayed right then and there. The very next day, we were going to a friend's house for lunch. We turn up at their house and they said, oh, come here guys, we've got something to show you. Sitting on their dining room table was a brand new Toshiba laptop. Our jaws just dropped. We were like, really? Were you listening to our conversation last night? We hadn't told a single person that we needed it. It was just those friends who were also supporters, being in tune with the Holy Spirit, being in tune with what our needs were, and totally reacting, or responding to the Holy Spirit working in their heart and mind. And boom, we had the very next day our laptop. It was amazing.
That morning he'd gone to buy a new laptop for himself, and while he was in the shop he said he just felt directed to not buy one for himself but to instead buy one for us, and he did. So.
Yeah. And another time when we were heading over to Africa, we needed a car, a 4-wheel drive, because we were going to be living out in the village. And so our church asked us, what are your needs? And we'd been praying already for a while about this need for a car that we knew was going to cost thousands of dollars. So we let the church know. And right then and there, a young couple gave up their entire house loan to us, which was the exact amount of money that we needed for the car when we arrived in Tanzania.
And the car was not yet available. We got to Tanzania and there was the perfect car with specially designed seats which helped my back to be supported because I have back issues. And it was the ideal car for us for exactly the amount of money that we'd been given. So
yeah,
we just felt that we could see God's hand working things out again.
Yeah, He knew our needs before we even did. It was amazing.